Good, so standing upright, feet parallel, chest open, belly button to the spine. Drop your tailbone down just a little bit in order to find your neutral pelvis. And we just draw circles with our arms. So maintaining your spine long, your pelvis neutral, the abdominals engaged. So connecting with the core straight away. Let's go for another 4, 3, last 2, and 1 last time. Lift your arms up again, hold on the elbows. You're going to pull the body to one side. Breathe out, come back to the center. Breathe in, pull the body on the other side. And breathe out, center. Go again, breathe in, pull. Breathe out, center. One last time. Lower your arms down. You keep on holding on the elbows. Lower your chin and go down to the spine. So hanging your head right between your arms. You just move the head up and down a few times. Feeling your neck super soft. And then as you breathe out, you unroll the spine, lift the arms up above the head again. This time you push the arms back, look up towards the ceiling. And open, hands on the hips. And we draw our circles with the hips now towards the outside. Okay, we go also towards the inside. Go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, I want you to step. Actually, let's stay like this. Okay, so you have the mat behind you. You're going to step the right foot far behind you. No. Forget. Lift the right knee in front of you, up in front of you, growing upright. Then maintaining the spine upright, you reach the knee backwards, keeping that 90 degrees corner on the knee. Okay, without changing the position of the spine, without changing the corner of the knee. Up again. And breathe in, reach the knee back. Up. And back. Imagine someone is pulling your foot on the way back. Let's go for a couple more. And one more. This time, back, 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 scratch the legs, step far behind, and go down, back knee on the floor. Right hand on the outside of your front knee, of your left knee, and twist. Come back to center. Now pushing on the front leg, up. Lift the knee in front of you and reach it behind, stretch the leg. Down you go. We twist on the other side. So left hand on the inside of your left knee, open your right arm behind. The left hand is pushing the knee out, open the hip. And hands on the hips, we go back up, so push on the front foot. We stay on the same side. Foot behind, stretch, lower the knee, and up. Foot behind, stretch, lower the knee, and up. Give me another 4, 3, last 2, and 1 last time. Okay, lower the foot down, and we go straight away on the other side. So you lift the left knee up in front of you. Try to feel the shoulders over the hips. Don't allow the shoulders to fall back, to fall behind the line of the hips. Stay over. Reach the knee back. And up again. Reach the knee back. And up again. Now this time, reach the knee back. Stretch the leg behind. Step back. Lower the back knee down on the floor. So you have the right knee in front of you. Left hand on the outside of the knee. And twist. Drop the shoulders down away from your ears. Lengthen the spine. Come back to center. Push on the front leg and knee up. And we go back down again. So reach the knee back, stretch the leg, step far back. Right hand on the inside of your right knee. Open your chest. So the right hand is actually pushing the knee to the outside. Huh? Open the hip a little bit. So there is a bit of inner thigh stretch here. And come back to the center, hands on the hips, pushing on the front, heel, lift up. And we keep on going here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, 1 last time, up, lower the foot down, reach the arms all the way up above the head, scoop the tummy in, dive on the way forward, reach the hands on the mat. So feel free to bend your knees here, of course. Step your feet back into plank. Try to open up your hands wide, spread your fingers wide. Make sure the shoulders are over your wrists. And all we do here is to lift the hips up towards the ceiling and going back to plank. Breathe in, lift the hips to the ceiling. When you breathe out and go back to plank, focus on squeezing the rib cage, drawing those abdominals in and up towards the spine. And again. So we're not just moving back and forward, up and down. We are really focusing on finding the deep core connection. Give me another 2. One more. Okay, step your feet towards your hands and then roll the spine. Open your chest, we bend the body side to side. So this way, yeah? Go for 4, 3, last 2, and 1 last time. Come back up, tall in the center. Inhaling, arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, diving forward. Feel free to bend your knees. Strong arms, you have the option to walk your feet back or to jump your feet back into plank, engaging your core straight away. One knee at a time towards your chest. Let's try not to move the upper body. Spine stable. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it for a moment. Try to feel those ribs and the abdominals super tight, narrowing your ribcage, narrowing your waist. Bend your knees, another jump forward, option to walk, and unroll the spine. Again, arms up. Reach the ceiling. Scoop the tummy in as you dive forward. Option to bend your knees, option to walk or jump back into a strong plank. Right knee to your left elbow. Left knee to the right elbow. Go for 4, 3. Last 2. 1 last time. Bend your knees a little bit. Option to walk or jump. And roll the spine. Okay, we have to go down 1 last time. Same way. Reach the arms up above the head. Draw the abdominals in. Scoop the tummy, reach your hands on the mat. Option to jump or walk. Now, this time, we keep the arms strong and straight. We bend our knees, reaching the hips back, sinking the chest a little bit. Breathe out, go back to plank. Breathe in, reach the hips back. Breathe out, plank. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. You give me another 2. 1 more. Lower your knees down, release your toes, and sit back on the heels. Walk your hands to one side. And walk your hands to the other side. Come back to center. Up on your hands and knees. Cat stretch. So breathe out, round it up. And breathe in to release. Breathe out, draw the abdominals in, round the spine up. And release. Okay, now spine neutral. Engage the abdominals, pulling the belly button to the spine. You go down on the elbows. Stretch one leg behind. Let's start with the left. Left leg behind. Okay, never ever release the abdominals, otherwise you're going up into an arch, collapsing with your hips. Keep the hips squared, keep the spine neutral. Since we are working with the left leg, you will be careful not to fall on the right with your pelvis. Okay, keep your pelvis centered. For now, we just go up and down. We lift the leg pretty high. So ideally, you want to reach the leg in line with your spine, drawing a straight long diagonal from your toes up to the crown of the head. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Engaging the abs every time. 3, 2, 1, and you hold it up high, and we draw circles up there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go the other direction as well for 8. Don't move your pelvis. 6, 5, up higher, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bend your knee, reach it towards your face, rounding the spine. And as you breathe in, you stretch the leg, flex the foot, reach the heel up high. Breathe out, contract the abdominals. Breathe in, flex the foot, reach the heel up high. Just another 4, 3. Last 2. One last time. Lower the knee down. Sit back on the heels. Okay, let's do it again on the other side. Now, if you let go your pelvis, this work becomes really easy. Okay, you're basically doing almost nothing. If you focus on holding the hips squared, it's super intense. So if you don't feel the intensity of the work, it means you're letting go your pelvis to fall to the side. So let me show you. When you lift the leg up, this thigh below should be straight. If you end up here, you're putting all the weight on the hip joint and you're not working with the abdominals. So use the abdominals to stay centered and you move the leg without collapsing, okay? So while you are in that position, you can actually look down at your own thigh to make sure it's vertical. Okay, let's go down on the elbows. Stretch your right leg. Abdominals in, strong shoulders. So push the elbows into the ground and keep your chest up high. So now we are working with the right leg. Make sure not to fall on the left. Stay centered. We go up, lengthening the leg very long behind, and lower. Up, and lower. Three, 2, up and stay up pretty high. Yeah, don't stay where it's comfortable. We're drawing circles up high. Go 8 circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go the other way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now breathe out, round the spine. The knee goes towards your face goes towards the knee. Spine up high. Flex the foot, push the heel up towards the ceiling. And knee forward, head down, and push the heel up. Go for another 4, 3, last 2, and 1 last time. Lower the knee down, sit down on the heels, and stretch the body forward again. Come back up on your heads and knees. Tuck the right hand under your left arm. Go down into a little twist, actually a deep twist. So twist, 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 twist. Come back to the center, and you do it on the other side. And come back to the center. Flex your feet, tucking your toes under. Breathe out, hips to the ceiling. Now, lower your knees down with control. You don't touch the floor. You go up again. Lower the knees down with control. Don't touch. Up again. We do this another 2 times. Down and up. One last time. Now, from the next one, when you lower the right knee down, the left knee goes towards the elbow, so both knees are bent. Go back up. On the other side, left knee down, close to the floor, right knee to the right elbow. And go back up. Again. So we alternate right and left. If you want to make this a bit more intense, and I'm sure you do, you're gonna bend your arms as well. And stretch them up. Bend your arms. And stretch them up. So we're bending both arms and both legs. Give me another 2. And one last time. Wow, well done. Beautiful. Okay, lower your knees down. Release your toes. Come up with the body. You can stay on high kneeling if you like it more. Interlace your fingers and draw a few circles with your wrists. Okay, now, quadruped. Step your hands a bit further away, forward, and shift the body on the arms. You give me 4 push-ups. Knees are on the floor, easy for everyone. You have the option not to go very low with the body. So if you find it too intense for the arms and shoulders, just make micro push-ups, okay? Off we go. Inhale down, exhale, push. Inhale down, exhale, push. Enough. Step your toes under. Stretch your legs into plank. 4, knees to your chest. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees down. Don't lose control on your core. Keep the abs in. 4 push-ups. In, X. In, X. Stretch your legs into plank. 4, knees to your chest. Knees down, keep the abdominals engaged. Last one, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch. 4 knees. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees down. Lower the hips. Stretch for a moment. Chest up higher. Push the chest up. Then you can lower the body down. And you stretch the arms in front of you. Okay, look down towards the mat, shoulders away from your ears all the time. You're going to stretch your arms really, really, really long and lift them up. We're going to swing for 6 counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the body down, reach the hands close to the shoulders, tuck your toes under. Now you have the option to come up with your knees on the mat or up to plank. Okay, strong people here. Down. Stretch your arms, stretch your legs long, lift them up, swimming, 6. And while you swim here, make sure you keep on breathing and try not to move the torso very much, moving only the arms and the legs. Lower down, tuck your toes under, up to plank. Nice. Down again. Stretch, lift up, swimming, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower, tuck your toes under, lift up. Down one last time. Stretch the arms, stretch your legs, reach them really long. Up and swimming, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, tuck your toes under, up to plank. Lift your hips towards the ceiling. You bend one knee at a time. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both heels down, sink them into the mat. Bend your knees and turn on one side. Very good. Okay, we work on the elbow. Okay, so forearm on the floor. Remember here to keep control on the shoulder, on the position of your rib cage. So when the rib cage collapses down, you know that you're putting pressure on the shoulder. Okay, the shoulder is making a double effort and you will feel the shoulder getting tired very quickly. So keep the body up high using the obliques here and push the shoulder away from your ears. We start with our knees bent, top arm straight beyond the head. We're going to come up on this hand, hugging the knees to the chest. Okay, so my arm below, it's straight. There we go. So when you come up here, belly button to the spine. Okay, even if you don't need to do it, just think about it and do it. Okay, abs in. And go back down with control. Shoulder in place, rib cage up high, up again. And down with control. So we do a slow way down, 1 count to come up and pull the belly button to the spine. Give me another 3. Last 2. 1 last time. Hold on your ankles and draw a few circles with your shoulders. With your shoulder. Okay, we go back down, same position. Same concept of lifting up here and pushing down the shoulder in order to prevent that tension on the shoulder. This time we work with our legs straight. You stretch your legs, top arm on the head. Option number 1, you lift one leg only. And you hug it Option number 2, both legs. Control the way down. Okay, remember to draw the abdominals in on at the top here. Give me another 2. One more. Bend your knees, hold on your ankles, and we do the same stretch for the shoulder. Big wide circles. Third exercise in that position. Third and last one. Chest, ribcage up high, shoulder down, stretch your legs, arms above the head. Option number 1, one leg only, and you can actually hold it. Okay, you grab it and you hold it. Lower down with control. Option number 2, both legs. And lower with control. Option number 3, even more complicated. Up. On the way down, the legs are not going to touch the floor. And we count from now on. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, one last time, down on the shoulder. Well done. Top hand in front of your chest. You lift the legs together. Stretch the top leg longer than the one below in order to push the top hip far away from you, opening space underneath your waist. Lift the legs up. Breathe out and breathe in to lower. Give me another 5. Try to really squeeze those abdominals in on the way up of your legs. 4, 3, last 2. One last time, you hold your legs up and you start this beating action. And when you feel well balanced, you try to stretch the top arm towards the ceiling. Fingertips not touching the floor, down, fingertips up. So the abdominals are holding you balanced. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep on breathing in and out. And lower down. We turn on our back just for a moment. And you hug your knees towards your chest. Okay, roll up to sitting, and we can do it on the other side. So start just pushing the rib cage up, the shoulder down, top arm long beyond the head, and we go up on this hand, so stretching the arm below. Hug your knees. Draw the abdominals in as tight as you can, scooping the tummy, and go back down with control. Up, down with control. Up, down with control. Give me 4. 3. Last 2. One last time. Okay, hold on your ankles and just draw circles with your top arm. Okay, let's go back down. Top arm straight beyond the head, long legs. Same thing, we go up and lower down. Stretch the legs with control, come back up on the hips and hug. Sorry, not come back up on the hips, come back with your hips in line. Go for another 4. 3. Last 2. Last one. Stretch your legs, then bend your knees, hold on your ankles, and draw your huge wide circles. Okay, we go back down there again. I'll just remind you the options for this one, even if I think everyone went for the hard one. So rib cage up high, top arm beyond the head. Breathe out, up with one leg. You can hold on the leg and control the way down. Option number 2. And control the way down. Option number 3. Legs are not going to touch the floor here. You just reach them close to the ground. You stretch them long, adjust the hips in line, up again. And we count from now. Six, 5, 4, 3, last 2, 1 last time, down on the shoulder. Both legs straight, think of pushing the top hip far away from you, so stretching the top leg longer than the one below. And you lift the legs up together. And lower, keep your legs really tight, glued together. Go for another 4, 3, last 2, last one, hold your legs up, and you beat your legs together, your feet together, your heels, that's the way, heels beating together. And when you feel stable, or kind of, try to stretch the arm up. The hand below is not grabbing the floor, fingertips free. And lower the legs down. You can now turn on your back and hug your knees to your chest. Hold from below here, from below the knees. Lift your head and your shoulders and roll up to sitting. Lift the body up high. Flex your feet. Flex your feet. You can keep your legs a little wider than your hips. And you're going to stretch your legs without collapsing with your spine, pushing the hips forward. You're still holding on the legs below here. Chest open. See if you can actually hinge a little bit forward towards your feet as you squeeze the shoulder blades together. Round the spine. Lift your knees up to 90 degrees and roll slowly down. Okay, we go up again. Lift your head, your shoulders, roll up to sitting. Flex your feet, slide your heels away, pushing them really far away. Shoulders back, shoulder blades tight, pushing the chest forward, hinging on the hips. And bend, round the spine, control it down. We do it one last time. Huh? Head, shoulder blades, roll up. Flex your feet, step them apart, slide them away, pushing them firmly forward. Shoulder blades super, super, super tight. And round the spine, bend your knees. We're going to roll down. This time, lower the arms along the body. You stretch the legs towards the ceiling and you roll over. Take a couple of breaths. Try to push the shoulders away from your ears here, so the neck is free. And as you breathe out, you roll down through the spine. Hold on your knees, below, sorry. Lift your head, lift your shoulder. Now attention, we go up and we stretch the leg towards the ceiling, flexing the feet. Point your toes, bend your knees. Roll down and roll over. We go a bit faster. Arms down. And down through the spine. Hold below your knees. Come up. Flex your feet and push the heels towards the ceiling. Lifting your chest up high, energizing out through the crown of the head. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Vabbè, siete top. Bravissimi. Point. Bend your knees. Roll down and roll over. And hopefully it starts getting a little easier on the spine here. Roll down, come up and stretch. Heels to the ceiling. Crown of the head up high. Shoulders back. Open, open, open your chest. Beautiful. Let's do it one more time. Point, bend, down and roll over. And come back up. There we go. Perfect. And bend your knees. Point your toes. Roll down up to your shoulder blades. The shoulder blades are not going to touch the floor. Interlace your fingers, hands under the head. Now, breathe in. Lower the shoulder blades and your feet. Touch the floor. Breathe out, contraction. Tailbone off the ground. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Four, 3. Last 2. 1 last time. And roll up to sitting. Hands behind you. Lift your hips up. Sit down and up again. Sit down and up again. One last time, sit down and up. Open your hips, stretch those hip flexors. And sit down. Now, you're gonna step the hands a bit further back. Lift one knee and then the other. You bend your elbows when you stretch your legs forward. It sounds complicated, but it's not. And as you breathe out, scoop the belly button in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Effortless on the arms and shoulders. And you can do it without, kind of. Give me another 3, 2. Squeezing the abs every time you go up. One more. Lower your feet down. Breathe out. Sit down. Up again. Sit down and up. One last time. Sit down, lift your knees up. Step your hands back. We go to the preview exercise. We just speed it up a little bit. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down, and we go all the way down on the back. Taking care of our hip flexors now. So arms along the body. Open up your shoulders, open up your chest, imprint your lower back, and lift your hips up. So don't let your tailbone fall down here. Push it up in order to find this stretch on the hip flexors. Knees are not falling out. Keep them in line with your hips. Now, when you breathe out, you squeeze the glutes and push the hips a little higher. And release. Again. And release. And release. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up and stay. Reach your arms behind you. Stretch them really long. And go down through the spine. The tailbone is the last thing to relax down on the mat. So it's not touching the floor until the very end of the movement. Keep the arms behind you. Imprint your lower back. So take your tailbone up. Lift the hips up very high. Don't open up the ribcage. Keep them tight. And as you breathe out, you lower down the spine again. One bone after the other. Let's do it one last time. Imprint, lift the hips up. Ribs tight. And lower down. Open the arms to the side, step your feet together. And you're going to lower your knees to one side. Center, and to the other side. And center. Now, right leg on top of your left knee. So one thigh on top of the other. And you reach the legs to the left. Right on top, knees to the left. Take your legs back to center, uncross. Left one on top. Pull the legs to the right. Try to push the opposite shoulder down on the floor. And come back to center. Uncross your legs. Hold under your knees. Head and shoulders up. And you roll up to sitting. Turn on your hands and knees. You keep your knees as wide as the mat and your toes together. Hands, step them forward. And you reach the body forward on the arms. Then you push the hips back, sinking your chest. So you don't really have to sit down on the heels here. Go forward on the arms. Don't let your hips fall. And reach the hips back, sinking your chest. Do it again. Forward. And back. Now from the next one, we start going a bit lower with the hips. So forward, control the weight down of your hips, let your toes come up a little bit. And use the abdominals to reach the hips back again. Go again, forward on the arms, hips down. And back you go. One last time. Forward. Try to emphasize the stretch a bit more this time. Maybe lifting your chest a little higher, your toes up behind. And then breathe out using the abdominals to come back up. If you want to sit down on the heels this time. Otherwise, you just keep the hips far back. Walk your hands to one side of the mat. And then to the other side. Come back to center, up on your arms. So this time your hands will be under your shoulders. And we go down into a twist. Keep your knees wider than the hips. So the knees are as wide as the mat and your toes are together. Come back up. And just twist once on the other side. And come back up. Step your knees a bit closer under the hips, cat stretch. And release, do it one more time. Release your spine, flex your feet, tucking your toes under, and lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Lower your knees down on the mat, and you can sit down, either crossing the legs or into diamond shape. Nice. Bravia. We draw a few circles with the shoulders. Now push the shoulders down and back, grow upright. Hand on the opposite ear. Shoulder pushed away, and you simply tilt the head super gently in opposite directions. So creating a space, widening the space between your shoulder and your ear. You're not pulling with your hand here, you're not pulling. You're just making use of the weight of your arms. Breathe into the stretch. Try to release as you breathe out. And then all we do here is shifting the hands a bit further back towards the back of your skull and rotate your face so that you look down towards the thigh. Keep on breathing. You're not pushing the head. You're just resting your hands on top. Okay, release the arm, lift your head up. And we do it on the other side. So hand on the opposite ear, up and over the head. Touch the ear, push the shoulder down, tilt your head, and allow your arm to rest on your ear, on your head. Taking a few breaths. Now, don't run away from the stretch, okay? Keep on growing upright. Keep on opening the chest. Push this one away. Okay, now you can shift the hands behind the skull, at the back of the skull. Rotate, look down towards the thigh. And again, just allowing the hand to rest on the skull. And release, come back up, open the arms to the side. We wave just a few times, side to side. Go another 2. And 1. And come back up, palms of the hands facing up towards the ceiling. And we have our 3 breaths. So breathing in, expanding your chest and your ribcage. And breathe out. And again, stretch out, create space for the air, open up your lungs. And breathe out to empty. One last time. This time you join the hands, and as you breathe out, you lower them down to your heart. Bravissimi.